So the scrap guy backed up alongside my Blazer, and then before I knew it, we were ratchet strapping what was left of my 88 S10 Blazer on its roof. Moments later, all I had left was the driver's quarter panel, and that was used to finish the repairs on Project 2 Weeks. And everything I had put into that project was gone.
No.
No?
I'm sharing this because I believe there's a side of owning a project car that isn't addressed in a way that is understandable for somebody that hasn't had a project car before. That is what could cause the death of your project car. I want to go over about 5 different things. Those 5 things are time, gear, your budget, while we're here, and I don't have a garage. I didn't put tools because it didn't fit. So I'm gonna cover these 5 things because if you're gonna listen to anybody about killing a project, I'm the guy to listen to, because everything I'm gonna tell you, I have done myself. And the most important one I'm gonna start with first, which is time. Gotta be realistic with your time. I know a lot of you sit and watch the TV shows where you see them build a car from sitting in the field to show ready in 2 weeks. But that's a shop with a whole crew of people, and even they are getting burnt out by trying to turn these cars around as fast as they're needing to for TV producers. In the real world, that's not realistic at all. You are just starting out. Don't compare yourself to them, because if you burn out while working on a project, there is no crew to come up behind you and help you finish it. So the car ends up sitting and sitting until you sell it or make time to work on it. Scrapers, you can't make time. Yes, you can. Do something today that frees up time tomorrow. That's not my own quote. I got that from Roy Vaden. I was watching a podcast the other day, and the way he described this was pretty good. I'm gonna try to do it the best I can in my own words. So you have so many tasks you can get done within a day, but when it comes to prioritizing them, ways of making more time the next day is doing tasks that will actually make the tasks you have to do tomorrow quicker. For example, organizing your tools and having them all there where you know where they're going to be. That saves a lot of time from not hunting around. So if you take the time to put your tools away, you'll be able to find them. Another example is like with my videos, all the little stuff I put in my videos, I finally cut those down into small little files that I just have to drag over and put on the timeline. I spent half a day doing that, but it's gonna save hours and hours of editing later down the road, which opens up time to do other things. You focus on one priority at a time, because that's how it's supposed to be done anyways. Priorities isn't even a real word. It's the way he explained it, and I even looked it up. It's not. Need to eliminate time wasters. So your time on your phone, like I said, cleaning up your tools, anything that's not productive, just go ahead and eliminate that from what you do during the day. As you may have things that you need to do that need to get done, but if you automate them, getting online and having to type in all your information to pay a bill, it can take 5 or 10 minutes. But if you have it set up for automation, that's 5 or 10 minutes. Over time, it's going to accrue into more time to actually have time for your whatever you want to make time for. Say that 10 times fast. And the other thing you do to save time is to you just delegate some of those tasks. Like for me, I don't spend any time cutting grass anymore because I have 2 boys. I'll send them out there. That's my automatic mower machine. After you've taken all your tasks and decide which ones you can eliminate, automate, and delegate, now you need to decide whether you need to do that now or you can procrastinate and do it later. What it doesn't mean is like what you really think of procrastinating is where you got something you need to do and you need to do it right now and you put it off till later. This is taking stuff that you can do later and putting it off for later. That way, whatever your priority is at that moment, you can focus on it. Hope that made sense, because I just gave you like a tip of the iceberg of what this guy was talking about. It makes a lot of sense. He's got a TED Talk and a we'll go ahead and put links to his information down in the description so you can get even more information if you like off of that. Moving on, gear or tools.
Oh, it's easy for you because you have all the tools.
And it's not really towards me. I've heard it from towards other people that post stuff online. Well, it's easy for them. Well, you got a big shop and you have a lift. Well, they didn't start like that, neither did I. I started 25 years ago working in my parents' driveway and I was borrowing tools. But that still didn't stop me from doing what I wanted to do to my truck. The other thing 25 years ago, there was no YouTube. There was no, hey, let's Google this yet. There was not enough info on the internet yet to where you could do that, except for forums. The other big misconception when it comes to tools when you're starting out is
Harbor Freight tools are trash.
Said the Snap-on fanboy. Only buying tools off a tool truck means you most likely only work on other people's cars because you have no money left over to work on your own. I know, because that was me once. I don't know how much money I was spending a week. Every truck pulled up, it was like 50 for you, 70 for you every week, and that adds up. I probably was spending somewhere between $300 to $400 a month. Probably honestly more than that. But this video isn't about people getting ready to get started onto a journey for working for a shop. This is about people wanting to learn how to work on their own cars in their garage. And Harbor Freight tools are perfect for that. Here's the best way I would put it and how I still do to this day. If there's a tool I don't have and I can't borrow it, if you're gonna buy it, buy the cheapest version, at least it works. Over time, as you get enough tools, you'll start realizing which ones you're gonna use more often. Those are the ones you're gonna wanna spend more money on. Then get the nicer ones. Like one of my favorite things I spent some money on. So I got 2 sets of wrenches I keep on my pegboard, but they don't match. Reason is I use metric all the time. So it made sense to spend extra money on the Mack truck and get a set of Blackhawks. I've had these for 15 years. I know they probably make better versions of them by now, but these were awesome for taking cars apart. This is where I spent money. I rarely ever ran across anything that was standard. And these are actually still my original wrenches from when I was at tech school 20 years ago. It even has my name engraved in it, and I had put blue on all my standard tools and black on all my metric tools to help make it easier to find them. Another way of saving time. So I guess what I'm getting at is when it comes to tools, do your research when you start your project, whatever you're wanting to start on first. I would gather those tools first. They do have beginner kits and stuff you can get where it'll have a variety of sockets and open box end wrenches and screwdrivers and whatnot, but you don't need to buy the most expensive ones. You can go to Harbor Freight, you can go to Steve's Wholesale, don't matter. What's the next one we want to talk about?